pastor, a real pillar and activist in the community, has a message for everyone as we heal emotionally, spiritually, and physically from the pandemic. It's my pleasure to have Reverend Marvin T. Smith here with me today. How are you?
I'm fine.
I love having a spiritual leader with me in house because it just gives me that peace that I need. This book is titled The Pandemic: How My Faith Was Challenged but Not Changed. Tell me what that means, Pastor.
Well, this book basically is about how so many of us had to endure perhaps the worst time we've known, and yet we were able to make the best out of it.
Yeah. What would you say, Reverend, inspired you to write this?
Well, in the midst of so much death, distance, how could I put my faith to work?
Right.
How could I continue to make impact, make a difference, be engaged in the lives of people?
Being engaged, I love that. Now, you've seen how the pandemic has really affected the community because you're right in there every single day. What was the biggest impact that you've seen?
I believe there was a great disconnect from what we knew.
Yeah.
It was our norm. We did things without even thinking about doing it because we're so used to doing it.
That's right.
And so it changed everything.
Right.
The way we shop, the way we travel, the way we fellowship, the way we worship, etc. It changed everything.
It sure did.
It was not an interruption, it was a disruption.
Now, what message do you have about faith? The substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Why will this help viewers in their faith?
Well, again, I believe that things happen to us not to necessarily destroy us, but to bring out the best in us.
Oh, I love that.
And again, how many of us have made it to this point in our lives as a result of being resilient, persevering, not quitting, not giving up. And that was basically the whole goal of the book, is how do you carry out your life's calling in spite of the times in which you live?
I love that, because when we were in the pandemic, everyone had to stay away from each other. But think about after that we came back and we were getting out of the pandemic, just the fellowship, the love that everyone really was able to show. What are the ways to get your book? We want a copy. How can we do that?
Great. Well, today this is your copy.
Oh, thank you.
Autographed. But I'll have a book signing on July the 12th at Anderson and Enrichment Center right across from Ojibwe Island at 6 to 8:30.
Okay, tell us that date again.
July the 12th.
July 12th.
Anderson and Enrichment Center right across from Ojibwe Island.
Okay, and a little birdie told me that you're retiring?
Yes.
Is that right, Reverend?
Yes.
Well, a big congratulations to you. So I will look for more books because I know you have time now to keep on writing. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
That's
thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Messages of hope from the Reverend here. You can get your book or go to the book signing on July 12th. Thank you. We'll have that information on our website, WNEM.com. We'll be right back. But first, if you do have any ideas on what you would like to see on our show, I'd love for you to please send them to us at WNEM-4PM News at WNEM.com. Just use the subject 4 p.m. News Spotlight.